Hello all, welcome to part 15 of Let's Play Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where we get into Carnival Night Zone with Knuckles. And unlike some of the previous levels, where you start off in Sonic's portion and go into a portion with Knuckles later on, Carnival Night is pretty much completely different for Knuckles. Also, it's easily his shortest level in the game if we're not counting Hidden Palace. There's not even a boss fight here. Now, this part would have been a lot shorter if I didn't die so much. And you already saw that first death at the beginning, that was pretty bad, but the mid-boss is going to give me so many problems for some reason. It takes me, like, I'm gonna lose, I think it's 4 lives against him. I also almost die here, almost getting crushed by these spinning blocks. I seem to clip through things a lot in Knuckles' playthrough. I don't know why, it just happens. Anyway, Carnival Night Zone, the gimmicks are all the same, it's a slow, boring level. Oh yeah, I'm almost at the mid-boss already, and it's not even been a minute of gameplay. Oh, now it has. Anyway, just go up here, glide over, mine the spikes, and this hallway is to the mid-boss. It was exactly the same. I'm gonna die, I think I said 4 times, that sounds right. And it's all because this is a fairly luck-based boss battle. I mean, you can't control that spinning platform. See? He walked right past it. Or bounced right past it. Another issue? You don't get any rings if you die. I don't remember if this part ever gave me trouble as a kid, but like I said, that's because I never played with Knuckles all that much. I always preferred playing as Sonic. Now, since this level is so short, I was going to tack it on to Marble Garden, but Marble Garden ended up running long just because I kept finding all those secret emeralds. Look at that bullshit! Look at that! It went right past it! It took out a good chunk of the playing field, and I managed to get it hit 3 times. You only have to hit this boss 4 times, remember. And then there's nothing I can do. I try to jump, but it doesn't work, and I die. You even heard the sound effect go off. So now I try to go back and get some rings, but I can't. I might have been able to climb up there, but... And is this the really weird death? Yeah. I glided through the spikes, and that counted as a death because it counted as hitting the spikes. Clipping issues, I'm telling you. Okay. This time, he's going down. This time, I am winning against this stupid electric dildo. See, that's a good first start. Good second hit. I don't know why that didn't count, because he clearly hit it. I keep calling this thing a he. It's a spinning top with spikes on the side. It has no gender. There we go. It's done. It's over with. And now we get to enjoy me walking across air a few times. And we're actually coming up to the first part where we can tell that Knuckles' playthrough happens after Sonic's. Because for Act 2, Knuckles does start off in Sonic's portion. It doesn't last long, though. So we go down this hallway, down here. Get stopped by annoying bumpers. And you might recall that this part during Sonic's playthrough was filled with water. Well, also during Sonic's playthrough, we drained the water. So this has to have happened after. Unlike what the Sonic 4 website says. But you know, considering how incompetent Sega can be sometimes, I'm not surprised they got that wrong. I almost died there. And look, I clipped through the barrel again. Thankfully, it was a good thing. Oh boy, more bumpers to slow me down. Have I made it clear that this level frustrates me? Oh yeah, the cannon. This cannon shot is very precise. You have to hit it at just the right moment. Because if you don't, you'll either go straight up or straight into the spikes. You have to get it at that in-between spot. But this is really the end of the level, I can say. As soon as you hit this, not that booster portion, but this one. This is just ridiculous. I mean, the Sonic 4 games aren't that bad for their speed booster portions. But look at that, not even a boss fight. I'm already done this part, and it only took me 5.5 minutes. So we're gonna head on to Ice Cap already. And Ice Cap is somewhat different for Knuckles. First off, we start at the same point Sonic did, just without the snowboard section, so you don't start with 40 rings, unfortunately. And I will show off Super Knuckles here, because there is a portion where you do have to glide. And because to glide you double jump, you activate Super Knuckles. But hey, I have to show it off sometime. Now normally here, you'd need that falling ice platform to get through those. Not so much here. Also, since Knuckles can't activate the powers of the elemental shields, like that Sonic had, he will turn into Super Knuckles if you double jump with one on. So I'll show right here. Here, normally you'd have to glide over these spike ball things, but I just fall into them. And it just opens another path to get back on the main path. It's not all that different for Knuckles. See, I'm already back on the main path. Now, I didn't have to push this thing. I was originally just going to get the checkpoint, and then I decided, I'm lazy. And yeah, Knuckles has an idle animation too, just like everyone else. He gets impatient, just like Sonic and Tails. I hardly ever show it off because I'm hardly ever standing still, though. Now, Super Knuckles is just like Super Sonic. He's faster. He can't jump higher, actually. That's something that is different for Super Knuckles. But he is faster, he's invincible. And something different for him is when you glide onto a wall, you climb faster. I also thought he had another power that when you glide into a wall at a certain speed, he will smash onto it and create a shockwave that kills everyone on screen. That's a power exclusive to Hyper Knuckles. Anyway, this boss fight again, he just takes longer with Knuckles because of his Gimp jump. Unless you're Super Knuckles and can just bypass everything. Very easy. And I even got 10 rings out of it. So there's Act 1 of Ice Cap Zone. Obviously we're still underground now. Act 2 starts underground. And a lot of this you can get to in Sonic's portion. The thing is, though, I usually just take the top route. I'm also going to die a few more times here, but at least I'll be able to show off where some of the super rings are. For starters, the first one, after we drop down here, fall off the water to the left. And there's a room right there. Then jump down there, because you got a spring to get back up. If you miss the spring, you're falling into a bottomless pit. Now, this is just annoying. I got hit by Simon Belmont syndrome. You know, in Castlevania, where you get hit, you get knocked back uncontrollably? Yeah, Simon Belmont syndrome. It even exists in Sonic games. Not that I'm bashing Castlevania or anything. I do like the games, well... I like some of the games. Oh yeah, if you collected a special ring in a stage already, it won't respawn. You have to reload from the beginning, like from your save file. But yeah, Castlevania, I like the games, some of them. I never got into the original series, like the original Castlevania 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I said it, I don't like Castlevania 4. It's boring to me. It's just such a bland, boring game. I don't care how well it plays if it just bores me to tears. As for Castlevania games I do like, I did like Bloodlines on the Genesis. I own Rondo of Blood on the Wii, on the Virtual Console, and I do like that, even though I've never beaten it. And I really, really like Symphony of the Night. Another death! And I'm back at the beginning again because I never hit a checkpoint. That's the last death, though. But yeah, Symphony of the Night is a game I do want to Let's Play. I just don't think I have the PlayStation emulator and the ROM on this computer yet. I mean, I did legitimately own the game at one point, so it doesn't really matter, but I don't have the means to record off a TV yet. I'd work on that if I really had a desire to play any of those games. I mean, I do for a couple of them. I want to get Dark Cloud done, which is my favorite RPG, and yeah, I play Dark Cloud and not Zelda. Bite me. I don't think Dark Cloud is a Zelda killer, though. That's what a lot of people did think when it came out. And I mean, there are some similarities. Oh, by the way, that part right there reminds me of Shinobi 3, so I love it. Have I kissed that game's ass enough yet? Anyway, another special ring in the water here. And, into the gumball machine, because I want a shield. Electric might help, but I prefer water here. And now we get a torrent of bumpers. Oh, that one's a 1-up. Want that? Reappear? Sure. Electric shield. Is this the bubble shield? Yeah. And then it's going to spew out a stream of electric shields here. I don't know why, but it does. And then a stream of bubble shields. But I just want that so I can breathe underwater. Not that there's a lot of water in this level. But there is an underwater portion in a launch base zone for Knuckles. And I almost drown in it. Yeah, you're actually going to hear the drowning music in this game. If we haven't already. It's been a while. I can't remember what's happened in the Sonic playthrough. Except for the most recent parts. Coming up to the boss here. We're back in the main pathway. It's something in my throat again. God. I hope I'm not getting sick. Yep, going to Super Knuckles. This is where I was trying to activate the wall shockwave, but then I realized it doesn't work. I think I've talked about that special ring before. The one that I just picked up. So let's go down and into the boss fight, which does have a different pattern like most of Knuckles' boss fights, and this is actually a really tough boss. I don't like fighting him when I'm not Super Knuckles. There's a reason for that. His snow pattern, it's not a pattern anymore. Also, he lifts the platform up and down. And it just becomes frustrating. This is a really hard boss fight until you get to 6 hits and he becomes easy, but it's not an easy boss fight if you're just regular Knuckles. But hey, we're done. This was a nice 2-level part, and the next ones will all be single level, I'm pretty sure. But hey, I will see you all in Launch Base.